So is this our new norm? Is this the new norm? Look on the screen. You can't even order a bagel in peace. I don't think the man ordered a brick with the bagel. So check it out. People are just spazzing out totally. Here we go. Check it out, folks. Fair use. There's a dust up, a little fighting going on. So want to give you a warning on that in case you want to click off. But let's check it out. So the dust just gets busted up over a darn bagel. It's crazy. Here we go.
A disturbing attack caught on camera. Police searching for a suspect seen in surveillance video attacking a store employee with a brick.
It happened outside a bagel shop on the Lower East Side. ABC News' Natalie Dutters joins us live with more on all of this. Natalie.
Well, Chris and Mary, we spoke to the store manager here who couldn't appear on camera, but tells us this suspect has actually come around many times before asking for money. She says she's even given him food to appease him, but this time he was harassing customers. So a staff member asked him to leave, and that's when he attacked. Watch the top left corner of your screen. Police say a panhandler threatened to hit a 63-year-old man with a chair. He put it down, but then punched him and knocked him to the ground. You can see a staff member come out to help.
It's dangerous. I don't know if he wants money or something.
The fight then spilled onto the street. You see the victim trying to defend himself with a stick. The suspect picks up a brick and throws it at his face. The victim was treated at a local hospital for injuries to his nose. It happened last week on September 15th around 8 in the morning outside of Cozars at Grand and Essex Streets. The manager tells us the victim does maintenance at the store and was telling the panhandler to stop bothering the customers. Then he attacked.
But I could tell you, as someone who lives here, I feel like there is an escalation of these type of events across the city since the pandemic.
What would I do? Probably make a phone call, but you don't see too many cops around, do you?
The shop manager says police did come right away, but the NYPD says they have not yet made an arrest and are still searching for him. Now, we did speak to some people who say they've seen this panhandler regularly in the neighborhood. Police say if you spot him, do not approach because he could be violent. Instead, make sure you contact investigators.
There's no could be to it. As far as what I can tell, he is violent. And this is another reason why people don't want to help people. So at first, they've given him some food. They've kind of helped him out a little bit. They've done that. Then he comes back, and you got this going on. A person just telling him he needs to go ahead and leave. He needs to go ahead and leave, not harass the customers, as any business would do. This Dusty, he needs to be caught and have a brick upside his darn head. Look at him. This is why people don't want to help people. I used to wonder, I don't know if you guys remember, years ago, when restaurants have food that's left over, they would take the food and, especially in New York, they would take the food and pour bleach on it. They wouldn't give it away and box it up. They would take the food and pour bleach on the food for two reasons. I'm like, well, maybe it's for the rats. Not just the rats, but also for homeless people. Why? Because if they find out that there's food there, and I thought it was so mean, but if they find out that there's food there, then all the homeless people would come there. And before you know it, if you're the worker putting it out, you might get attacked. So this right here, this is why you can't help people. This is why you cannot help people. I will never forget. We were at a restaurant. I forget the name of it. It's a very nice restaurant, and we're eating outside. And was it Charlie Parker? Some kind of interesting name. And the food is really good. Now, it's one of those restaurants where, you spend $200. I'm not going to lie. I'm a foodie, and it's like, I'm still kind of hungry because the food is like, it's on the plate, and it's, 4-course meal, 3-course meal, and then you get you got this entree and that entree, and it's also pretty, and it's also little. And I was like, yeah, the food's really good. Can we stop at a fast food? Because I'm still hungry. So yeah, it was one of those, and it was like, wow. So, and this was years ago. So $200 later, and Yeah, so it's like, no offense, the food was good. And the atmosphere is very nice restaurant, high end. Look here, when I'm hungry, I don't want to hear that, the prettiness. I need to hear about the foodiness. I was like, man, $200, for this dinner. We could have went to the Golden Corral because guess what? I'm still hungry. But I remember this guy. He walks up and we're sitting outside, which is elevated. And so he just walks up in his 50s, older black gentleman in his 50s. Could have been, yeah, maybe about late 50s. And, he was just looking a little, little, not too right, you know what I mean? And so he walks up and he goes, I'm hungry. And I'm like, okay. So by that time, I just thought, oh my goodness. So the maitre d', the guy came out and he was like, no, just go away, just go away. And I said, it's okay. So I just grabbed my purse and gave him $20 just to get on because, I thought about it. I'm like, okay, this is very uncomfortable. And then I started to notice one thing for sure. I started to notice this, especially if you're eating out in a downtown area, which I would never do today. Never do it. But I start to notice when you're eating out, let's say you're downtown and you're outside, I started to notice being a minority and when you're out with people, I kind of noticed a pattern, and maybe it's just me, my experience, being a black person, and if you're with other people that may be Caucasian, any other race, I started to notice, which I didn't call them dusty then, but the dusties, they'll be walking around, every now and then, and maybe, you can kind of tell maybe something's not right, a little disheveled, but I noticed, I said, now, out of all these tables, you're going to pick this table with me, a black person sitting here. Why don't you go to the other people? So I noticed the habit, and I said, maybe they're trying to put me on Front Street because I'm a black person, And I noticed that. I was like, this happened to me a couple of times. And I said, oh, baby, that's what it is. They figure, oh, you're black and I'm black. I'm going to put you on Front Street, and just walk up to the table. Luckily, the guys were like, no, sir, we need you to leave, But I noticed that, and I was like, yeah, I noticed they didn't go to any other table. So a couple of times I said, yeah, I kind of see what's going on. And at that point, no, because you look at it, you're in danger. You're eating outside, you go into your purse, man, it might get the person run. So it's just not worth it. And this right here is a good example of why people don't want to help people. This business here, trying to help them and be friendly, now look what has happened. Now worker has been attacked. Hit with the brick on the nose. Dusties bring drama. Dusties bring trauma. The financial implications, too much dust in the nation. Now this man, the older gentleman, has gone to the ER hospital. Hope he has insurance because now he has a hospital bill. He may have missed time off work. All dealing with the dusty. They would have done better to turn him away from the get-go and call the darn cops. So this is why you can't help people. You just can't do it. It is not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm going to do a video today. I've been putting it off. I've been so busy. But I want to let you guys know about having folks to move in. I want to kind of let you know what happened to someone that I know. Sometimes you can't help people. It will ruin you financially. And with this epidemic, with this pandemic, oh yeah, it's coming. I already see it. People falling out, moving folks in, driving their cars. Next thing you know, I have insurance. Yeah, you had insurance, but you didn't have enough insurance. What's going to happen? Are you getting sued? All because somebody moved in with you. Yeah, I'm going to do a video. And people don't want to listen. So yeah, it's like, oh no, I have insurance. You're moving folks into your house. You mean well. You want to help. You better learn to help yourself. Life is business. I'm not saying leave somebody at home, but I'll do the video next. We'll have the conversation. Just something to think about because guess what? You don't want it to be you. A person right now let somebody borrow their vehicle and, insurance only paid out to a maximum, to a limit. And now you look up, you got some suit papers. And it's like, so now your insurance is going to go up. You've paid out. You didn't cause it. You're trying to help somebody. You left yourself exposed. And it is no joke. You can lawyer up. Your behind is got. That's it. So I'll do that video today. I want to do it for sure. So kind of spread the word. Just try to help you guys out. Because knowledge is power. But this here is a good example why you don't want to help people. If they have never helped this fool, maybe it wouldn't have happened. And it's bad. So sometimes it pays to be selfish. Anyway, Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, subscribe, like, and share. Hey, guys, hit the notification bell, okay? I'm out. Stay safe and, stay dust-free.